Hey, what is up, guys? Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. As always, we have Speedrunner 0218 with us,
No.
and special guest M. Tiberius.
Hello, hello.
And today we're going to be playing Feraligatr in Generation 1.
Anything else
All
to add
right.
to that, Steve?
Up. Okay, there we go. I've got it so like when you bring your mouse to the bottom of the screen, it pops up little all of your windows.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it wasn't happening, so
Whenever-
get a little freaked out.
Whenever that happens, I press the Windows key and it fixes it.
I just went to another monitor.
I mean, that works.
Oh,
So,
but
yeah.
anyways, Feraligatr. I don't know if any of you guys have played it in Generation 2, but it's one of the best Pokemon ever.
Yeah, I would
In
have
that
to
game.
agree with that, yeah. Yeah, it's just
I
the
don't-
I
power.
honestly think it's my favorite of the three Johto starters, even though Cyndaquil is an incredible first stage.
Who's your
I
favorite?
was a fire Pokemon fan. I only played Charizard. I gave Blastoise and Venusaur a little bit of a look, and then when Generation 2 came out, I gave Typhlosion a lot of playthroughs. And then someone's like, "Hey, dude, Feraligatr's like even better than Typhlosion." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll give it one try." And then I'm like, "Holy crap! This thing is just—it's not weak to anything. It just destroys everything."
Did you ever see the value of Gen 2 Totodile Rage?
Actually, when I ran out of PP, yes.
I'm just saying, Rage is the only way Totodile takes out Faulkner at minimum battles.
Well, I had an unwritten rule. I've mentioned it many times. Always evolve your starter before the first gym leader. It's just how I played as a kid. So Rage was really useful when I ran out of scratches.
Sure was. So, MT Burius.
So, Steve, are you going to be doing a Rage only run today?
No, God, no.
It would be impossible. How would you beat the ghosts?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So, MT Burius, I made some slight changes to the ROMs. I'm still working some bugs out, so if your overlay sets the settings, just open the menu and just set them yourself. Because if you
Okay.
don't do that, the instant text may not work. But once you do that, it should work.
Yeah, I did a little bit of testing before this, and it looks like as long as I set it to fast, just at the top, it's fine. It doesn't seem
Yeah,
to.
it just requires
any
you
issues.
it requires you to just open the menu one time. It's not like a long time before where opening like your options menu unset it, but that doesn't happen. You just have to open the options menu one time.
Yeah.
I still need to try and figure out how to fix that.
All right.
All
I
right.
made sure to turn battle animations off and shift on as well.
Why'd you turn on shift?
Set.
Okay, there you go. I'm like, do you want it to say, "Hey, he's gonna send
My,
out Weedle.
my
Would you
brain
like
and
to
my mouth
switch?"
weren't agreeing, but my brain was correct.
All right, so just let me know when you two are ready.
All right, I'm ready.
You ready, MTV?
All right. Give me 1 sec. I just need to make sure my
One,
frame throttle is at 4 times.
one,
Okay.
3. Come on, that's more than a second.
Now I have my windows weird. Okay.
Yep. All right.
I am ready when you are.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Are you gonna pick
Okay.
Are you gonna pick guest?
Oh, is there a guest spot now?
Yeah, the bottom most name is guest. I'm pretty sure no one's ever gonna pick it.
I always type MT at the start because I don't have a custom name on my solo runs, so I'm just used to it.
I never set my name. I think the only people I know who do that is Austin. I don't even think Scott does it. I've always seen him name his Pokemon.
Oh.
Or like main character, he just has those as like the default settings. I'm gonna put.
I don't have a Feraligatr picture. 1 second. What's
Oof.
going on?
If any of you guys end up seeing weird things going on with the overlay, this is a slightly old version of it. So there will be kinks. We have fixed a lot of the kinks. I just haven't upgraded the newest version.
Yeah, it's because Steve is paranoid that something's gonna happen on stream.
We only tested up to Brock. You never know what could crash it in the middle of stream.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Though admittedly Gen 1 X accuracy horn drill isn't janky, it's broken, but at least it's consistent. You know X accuracy horn drill still works in Gen 2? It wasn't until Gen 3 they changed how X accuracies work.
Really?
Yeah. It still makes you skip accuracy checks in Gen 2.
Huh.
It's just speedruns never use it because your starter generally will not have horn drill.
Oh.
Also, the back sprite may look a bit weird. I had to zoom it in for more detail, so part of his head is cropped off.
It's okay. He's just got, crazy eyes.
Hey, I actually thought the eyes looked kind of good. Like, it makes it look like he's
They
looking
do look
up.
good. They just they give me that squint that people give when they're crazy.
Right? Are you guys gonna fight the light years guy?
I'm probably just gonna go straight to Brock, but
I just
for
figure
some
with
reason-
a medium slow Pokemon, like 2 1-shots, you get like 2 levels. I think it's worth it. No starters.
does
All right,
give
we're rocking
these
without the picture on the Pokemon card today on my side.
Right. It's probably because your game hook does not know what Pokemon that is. In the game, this thing is actually number 152, so it's after Mew.
Oh, that's probably it, actually. I can add it then real quick.
Not like literally after Mew in terms of like the index. It's like right at the very end of the index list. I think it'd be like after Victory Bell.
Let's see.
I mean, you could just manually paste it in OBS for now.
Like so many things at 1 HP. It's insane.
Are you using Water Gun or Rock
Oh.
Slide?
All right, I'm pausing.
Why?
Just 1 second. I forgot to add something.
Oh.
Okay, unpause. I was evading the 1-shots was because I was playing with a 10 DV Pokemon.
Hey, imagine if you won with that.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. I need to set mine while I'm
When-
here real quick.
First thing I think of when I'm like, hey, this is just slightly underpowered was, hey, maybe my Pokemon is slightly underpowered.
Alright, come on. Dude. Took 6 Pokeballs to catch that Pidgey.
Okay. I had to catch mine while poisoned, so every Pokeball that missed could have killed me.
I think if I see any wild Geodudes, I'm gonna knock them out.
You gonna catch, or are you gonna get Mega Punch?
Actually, I will.
I am too.
Just
I was just
because
curious.
Rock Slide's not enough power points.
That
Yeah,
was
I was
exactly
worried
my
about
reasoning.
that right off from the top. 10 PP on that is kind of rough.
I mean, if... Welps, I accidentally caught a Zubat.
Guys, I have news. You can't use a rare candy in battle.
What if you want... Hey, come on. Hasn't Pokemon ever heard of, like, other games? You can use items in battle like that to power them up.
Apparently not rare candies. It's too OP.
I'm going to be a minute behind you guys. Oh, a
Yeah.
while behind you guys because
It's
I'm only
all-
a minute and a half into it.
I mean, if you have the time... We usually base it off of what the timer says to take into account pauses. So, you're still
Yeah,
up for it.
Yeah, I luckily had all my timer set up where I could pause it right as soon as I ran into the issue. So,
Yeah, I have a hotkey that'll pause the emulator and my timer at the same time.
yeah,
It also
I have it set up on my
pauses-
controller to one of the triggers so I can just
Nice.
hit it as soon as something goes wrong.
I also use it for my, it also pauses OBS if I'm offline recording.
Oh,
So that-
nice.
So that way it's like a clean transition.
Very nice.
I did that one time when Scott told us to in like his setup video, and then I clicked it one time and they didn't sync. They weren't like sync, so one was frozen and everything else was not frozen, and I couldn't
Yeah.
figure it out.
Hey Steve, did you find a Paris?
I did.
Darn it.
However, I just picked up the great ball for some reason.
You got rando on the brain.
No. It's something I do every time I don't catch a Paris.
Oh.
I turned up to get the great ball, and then I looked at my overlay, and my overlay showed a Paris, so it was unnecessary.
I'm just gonna let you guys know. At level 18, Rock Slide does not one-shot Pidgeotto.
At level 18? Wow.
I just want everybody to know that I missed my first 2 rock slides and a mega punch, and that was all without a sand attack.
That sounds like a skill issue.
I had to look at my overlay to see was I hit by a sand attack? Why am I missing so much? And I was not.
That's funny. So, MT Barriers, is the text working just fine for you?
Yep, everything is good. Just the weird thing with the picture for my card, which is usually just based on the mapper. Just I have all of the for these runs, I just have all of the null fields replaced with the Pokemon name because I'm not sure where you guys are putting it this time though. That worked for Arceus and all the other ones before, but this one is different or something because it did not like that.
I did have to remake the disassembly from scratch after I accidentally screwed it up so badly that I pretty much I don't know what I did, but when Austin and I tried to do our stream, I think it was last Monday or something, the player's bedroom was all glitched out and you were soft locked in the room.
Oh, weird.
I don't know. I had to start over, so I might have just put it in a different spot. You can, I think afterwards you could probably read the hex value GameHook is telling you for that Pokemon, and then you can just update there.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be too bad. I could just throw the PNG just on the OBS too.
I'm surprised you didn't do that
terribly.
first.
What was that?
I'm surprised you didn't try and do that first.
Well, I just didn't want to take the time to open up my files because
yeah,
I don't have it all open up.
Yeah.
So I was just like hoping that I just missed a line in OBS. Not OBS in the mapper, but did not seem like that was the case.
Hey guys, just letting you know, Water Gun does not one-shot an Oddish.
Oh
boy.
Bite did.
You actually taught Bite, huh?
Over Scratch, yes.
I actually just skipped over it because like I'm just using Mega Punch anyway.
I was about to just skip it entirely just based on Mega Punch entirely based on the fact we got Bite, but I think that we're not gonna be getting it before Misty. And I just think we need something else besides Rock Slide, but maybe I'm underestimating Feraligatr.
You also gotta remember,
I'm not even using Rock Slide on Misty.
I'm using Mega Punch.
Same.
Why would it one-shot? Annie, haven't you heard of something called a joke? Like, clearly it's not going to one-shot an Oddish.
Those are foreign to some people.
Hey, the drowsy put me to sleep.
I found an odd Paris, and then I crit it with a Water Gun.
Oh, that's...
I crit my Paris with Water Gun, and it still lived.
That hurts.
Wow, really?
That hurts.
Dang.
That really hurts.
Mine lived in,
I
think,
Sweet,
Red Health.
Oh, I crit it again, but it survived. We're good.
No, I live in Texas. Everyone here is too stupid to make jokes. Oh, okay. At least you're honest.
It's okay. I forgive Texas people for using y'all.
Oh, I'm getting so many encounters in Mount Moon. This is nuts.
I deal with
Which
so
was
many
good because they gave me
people.
another chance of a Paris, but
One of our divisions at work is in South Carolina, and every single conversation I have to do when I call corporate, they always say y'all in it and whatnot. So I've just gotten used to it at this point.
yeah.
Do not forgive Texas people for anything.
See, I
There's gotta
just
be
got used
some
to using
things.
y'all because it's an easy way to mix up the, like when you're posting on YouTube and stuff, than just.
I mean, our version is not better. Our version over here in Ohio is you guys. Doesn't matter if it's a girl or whatever. Everyone is referred to as guys.
I'm assuming you guys went straight to Misty once you got to Cerulean, right?
I did Rival.
I did. Oh, because we don't learn Bubble Beam, I went to the Rival.
Oh, I went straight to Misty just as testing here.
I mean, you'll still
to see how bad it is with Mega Punch.
I mean, you'll still probably win. It's just there's really not any reward for it, unless like Feraligatr needs an extra level for the Rival.
How did because you said you didn't one shot at 18. How did the rest of the fight go at 18?
Pretty good. Just hope for no sand attack, obviously.
Yeah.
Or just, rock slide misses. That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
I need to get this Zubat out of my party.
What, is it in the way?
It kind of is. I'm used to pressing up on the D-pad once to get to the Paris, so now I have to press up twice. It throws me off, man.
Holy crap, I got one shot by the Raichu.
Yeah, see,
the worst part is I went out of my way to get the max potion just in case.
I actually, Surge only used an X speed.
Yeah, my second try the Surge just did that.
Oh my god, shit.
By the way, it was a crit Thunderbolt, so I have no idea if I would have survived normal Thunderbolt. Surge just cost me a lot of time.
As soon as you said Thunderbolt, I immediately tried to teach it.
Well, I mean, it should have worked. Why didn't it work?
I think mine's bugged out, man. Freaking out.
Darn. Didn't the guy who created this realize that it learns Thunderbolt?
I don't know. I'm basing it off of someone else's moveset. I think it might have been the same guy who made Bite a Dark type.
Yeah, we'll never know who that is.
Hey, John.
Honestly, this first run is actually going very smoothly. Like, Misty was no problem even right away. And that made Rival, like, super, super easy. So...
Plus, when you get to Cerulean, it'll be even better. You can get Ice Beam. And then you probably would want to get Surf as soon as possible.
I mean, Speed's the one.
See, I'm debating of using Surf or not, because, like...
You're not going to want your only stab move?
Well, our special isn't as good as our physical attack, and I feel like for Blaine, Earthquake is just maybe better.
Yeah, but
Surf,
you also got to remember, he is Blaine. Like, you could probably use Body Slam and be fine.
I forgot this is Red and Blue Blaine, because Yellow, you actually have to put some thought into him. Not here.
Yep. Man, from doing all these backports, I've gotten so good at using the bike. Like, just ask Steve. There have been runs where he was like 50 seconds ahead of me, but then by the end of Victory Road, I was 20 seconds ahead. All from the bike.
Forced me. He's forced me to use the bike. The worst part is I'm still not used to it. I got off the bike and had to get on the bike back in Rock Tunnel still.
I always keep the bike in slot 1 for this reason.
Yeah, you told me to do that, so I start doing that. But here's the problem. I've played so much Red and Blue where repels are my slot 1 that I subconsciously just hold down the button and then I get off the bike.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. It's messing up your muscle memory. My muscle memory always had bike in slot 1.
Yeah, I always move bike to slot 1 every time when I get it so that it's consistent.
I'm going to get a Carbos. Although I think a Calcium might have been better.
Carbos is probably important. This is probably just enough speed where you might be able to outspeed Doug Trio with a Calcium or with a Carbos.
Just letting you guys know, Paris cannot learn Fly.
Your Paris can't? Mine always can.
I think he's cheating. Like, I'm trying to let you guys know he doesn't, but he's apparently teaching it Fly. I think he's a cheater.
As I go to buy more Pokeballs by accident, because I wasn't thinking, repels is what I need here.
I probably should not be spamming Rock Slide, because I don't want to miss.
Did you pick up Rest, or did you just skip it entirely?
Yeah, I skipped it. I don't think I've had a single run where I've used it, although I think it may have helped for Reshiram because Lance was super inconsistent. Even in our second playthrough, like the whole run just came down to who got less resets at Lance, because his AI was just making him spam Dragon Rage, and then his Aerodactyl would just outspeed and knock you out.
Yeah, I grabbed Rest just because I'm not sure how the end game is going to go with Feraligatr, because I could see it going either way, like not having any trouble or some random thing creeping up on us, because we're not like crazy overpowered.
Again,
I'll probably
I keep
not
trying to
need
tell
it
people
for next time, but
it's like the best Pokemon in Gen 2.
This ain't Gen 2. What, are you gonna say Mewtwo's the best in Gen 2?
I'm telling you, with Feraligatr, you don't need like very much prep at all for Red.
Yeah,
despite
but...
like, you know, it being just okay statistically.
Well, you also get Surf before the 4th badge.
Dang it. I have just made a lot of
and Return exists. I mean, I know we get Body Slam, but Body Slam's no return. I'm sure you could agree with me on that.
True. Apparently Rock Slide can miss.
What do you mean? Mine has perfect accuracy.
Luckily, Ghastly used Nightshade. I might have lost if it used Confuse Ray. We all know my history with Confuse Ray.
John, I don't think Mewtwo would be the best just because of Karen.
Oh, I've done Gen 2
you guys
Mewtwo.
can use String Shot?
Hey, there's no other move in the game that lowers speed. That's supposed to be Scary Face.
They won't stand a chance against my String Shot. I did accidentally skip Body Slam this time.
Oof. Yeah, you're gonna
so
lose.
That's going to be an interesting one.
That's my primary damaging move.
It's okay. You can always get
well, I have Dig right now and Rock Slide, so honestly, I'm not hurting that bad, you know. But it probably will be better to pick it up next time because it is a little bit more consistent.
All right, I'm actually gonna go to Sylph first, mainly because I want Earthquake. Like, I don't think
seems like a bad choice.
I don't think I can take on Erica right now because I don't think Ice Beam's gonna one-shot, and Koga is generally just quite bad if you don't have a super effective move, because his Pokemon are quite bulky. Oh,
well, that was interesting.
There we go.
I guess I'll change that next run.
Mewtwo learns Dynamic Punch. Seriously, you're saying it's all fine with Karen? It gets Dynamic Punch.
All you need.
Dynamic Punch.
That's what every Pokemon needs.
Hey.
Every Pokemon needs just more Dynamic Punch, right?
Hey, the only Pokemon Dynamic Punch is good on is Red Snorlax.
Yeah.
Because it's a very powerful, super effective move, and Snorlax has worse defense. It's perfect. All right, Rival.
I finally made it to Rock Tunnel. Granted, 16 minutes at Rock Tunnel is not bad.
Not really, no. And I'm paralyzed.
I have battled. I think this is my third optional trainer. It has not been a very smart run by me.
Is the Execute always going to use Stun Spore, or could it use something else?
Oh, it will definitely love to hit you with some Stun Spore.
I just got hit by Sleep Powder at the Grass Trainer in Rock Tunnel because I missed a Mega Punch. That's a moment where I need a Body Slam.
I think I might just have to get Earthquake and leave. I generally am not a fan of that kind of play, though.
I'm pretty sure you could have done it. Twitter.
I am deleting Rock Slide.
That, I'm not kidding. That is a weird decision.
That is really weird. That's my main plan for Lorelei.
Yeah. Rock Slide's on my final moveset.
Yeah, that may not have been the best decision, but I was thinking, but I need Body Slam right now. But I guess Earthquake would have been a better Body Slam.
Body Slam is not on my final moveset.
You know what? I'm going to have to live with this. There's always a second run.
I have someone in my chat asking if we've done Ampharos in Gen 1 yet. I don't know if you guys have done that.
We don't. We pretty much do starters and legendaries.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We do make.
I mean, it almost counts as a starter.
Who says that?
Me, because I love Ampharos.
I think this guy might be a bit biased.
Yep, absolutely. I just want an electric starter besides Pikachu. Is really what it comes down to.
Right. Dude, Rival 5 is brutal. All because of his execute.
All right, I got rid of Body Slam.
Did you not teach Ice Beam yet?
Oh, I taught Ice Beam.
All right, I gotta leave.
And execute was still a problem?
I gotta leave.
Didn't battle execute.
I'm doing Koga.
I hate not following Boss KO's advice.
Is he in your chat right now?
No, but every time I do Koga's gym, I always get hit by something, and then I realize, oh, did I not pick up the full restore that was in the Safari Zone? And of course, I didn't.
Dude, I always get that. Even with Mewtwo, I always get it.
Yeah, well, now I'm wasting 30 seconds to go back and heal.
You know, I wonder if I should have taught Slash over Body Slam. Because I think it would get a guaranteed crit.
Yeah, Slash was honestly going to be my
I think I should have. Oh well. I'm not going to rewind over, like, questionable move management. Only if I, like, teach Surf over Rock Slide by mistake.
It had to be an obvious accident.
Yeah. Not something I willingly do.
I went for proteins instead of Carbos. That might have been a bad idea.
Why? What did you not outspeed?
I mean, we're probably fast enough, right?
I don't know.
What are you not outspeeding?
I don't know yet, but it was just... It seems like a bad idea, but... I'm not sure if it's just me being...
I mean, I did go for Carbos, and it was solely for one matchup, and it was for the Doug trio on Giovanni.
Why would you care about the Doug trio? What can it do?
Because that's the second fastest Pokemon in the whole game.
I mean, what can it even do?
The number 1, 2, and 3 fastest Pokemon are all Alakazam. So the second fastest Pokemon itself is the Doug trio.
I mainly bought Carbos just for I think it was for Sabrina or the Rival 5 team.
Damn, why I do this? Now I have to go through this battle. Well, paralyzed. This is gonna be the worst.
Probably get that protein. What's my level? I think I'm level 37? 39.
Interesting.
Hey, I crit that thing. Nice.
Well, John, the reason why Speed and I differ a lot is he likes to do things in a certain order that are sometimes crazy, but sometimes pay off. Like, for instance, to this run, he just tried, he decided, oh, I'm going to go get Earthquake early. But that caused him to go do Rival 5 early because he compulsively doesn't want to leave, even though he probably knew he was underleveled.
I did end up leaving, but I don't like making 2 trips.
Right, and that's
fair. But Rival 5 is
problem for not teaching
tough.
Dig.
I mean, I've had plenty of runs where Rival 5 was easier than Koga. And that was mainly stuff weak to poison.
And you know what? If he had taught Dig, he wouldn't have even had to do that.
This thing learns Dig.
Yes.
I could have sworn in Gen 2 it didn't get Dig, so that's just what I thought. Or does it get Dig in Gen 2?
I mean, I wouldn't have given it if it did, because there aren't enough ground moves in that game.
Alright, I think the Alakazam's gonna outspeed me by 5.
Oh, he's like, I don't know.
Oh no, I'm
15 seconds behind me.
Oh no, I'm speed tied.
Speed tied with an Alakazam is pretty good, honestly.
That's the one Carbos I bought.
That's why I bought. Well, I bought 3.
I only had enough for 1 vitamin. I have a bad habit of doing the shopping before Erica for extra money. So I only ever have enough for 1 vitamin. But I mean, in these runs, it kind of doesn't matter that much.
Is it crazy to do Erica immediately after Pokemon Tower?
No, that's the most common time.
Well, yeah, but we have technically a weakness. I'm heading over there now just out of habit, but...
Let us know how that goes, because I fought Erica
You can't one-shot with Ice Beam. I already tried.
Okay, never. I made the right decision.
I mean, to be fair, you're still gonna win as long as you don't get hit by Sleep Powder, but, you know, the Sleep Powder could hit you.
Yeah, okay. Good
I'm
to
delaying
know.
her next run.
Going into it just to see what happens.
What level are you?
I'm 35. Yep, the Sleep Powder hits right away.
Wow.
I'll try it one more time since I saved right here, but that might be...
Arcanine survives.
No, it goes for a Razor Leaf the second time, so it's not guaranteed going for that.
It'll either go for Razor Leaf or Sleep Powder.
Yeah. Oh, and I got a freeze on the Vileplume. We're good.
Boo. Hey, Steve, boo him with me.
Nah, that's fine.
Ah, darn it. I accidentally stepped on the wrong spinning tile, so I just wasted 15 seconds.
He's just channeling my inner Sentret. Prefer it.
Gonna get Mimic. I almost never get Mimic in these.
That doesn't sound true at all.
Hey, Shuckle doesn't count. Petcherant doesn't count. Like, stuff that's actually good.
You got Mimic in just about every single randomizer.
Yeah, but that's because we didn't know what we were gonna face. Like, we could have faced something that had I don't know, Amnesia by level up. I'm like, ooh, I could set up on that. Also, just letting you know, Steve, at level 46, you're like 12 speed faster than Dugtrio. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm not sure, like, all the Carbos mattered, but I think at least one may have mattered.
Well, it sounds like earlier... So, I mean, you really do get Carbos for essentially one battle most of the time. And it sounds like that one battle is Sabrina, I think.
It was Sabrina.
Because the outspeeding the Alakazam.
Yeah, it was the Carboses I used, plus Koga's batch. Hello, Anderson.
I regret not getting Blizzard.
I honestly kind of do as well, because Ice Beam just really isn't cutting it for me. With the low special. Like, every bit of damage helps.
That's not a good sign for me, because I was planning on not using Surf.
I am mad. Hey, Steve, I lost to the Rival 6 fight on Charizard using Slash, but that's because the Alakazam used a turn 1 Reflect, and it took 3 Earthquakes to knock it out.
Yeah, I one-shot the Alakazam thanks to a turn 1 Recover.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset it used Reflect. I would have preferred Psychic. It went reflect again. Please get a crit. Alright, at least you used a recover, so I'm at more health. Where are you at, Victory Road?
No, I'm on the way.
Keep an eye on my stream. I'm going to see how much the bike can catch up.
I think we definitely want to go to floor 10 to grab Earthquake, I guess.
Oh, you absolutely want Earthquake.
Because, like,
Dig would do the same damage, so you, in theory, we could maybe even cut it for time, but don't know if it's worth it.
There's so many runs. I just didn't teach Earthquake because Dig was just good enough.
Yeah, but it's still, like, cost time, and you always like to get the rare candy.
I love how you say it costs time. I don't... If I were to add up how much time Dig versus Earthquake saves in a run, I don't even think it would account to 3 seconds.
I guess that just depends on how much you use it. If we were using, like, something that gets stab damage, where I'm only going to be spamming ground moves, I would get Earthquake.
Yeah.
Besides, I also wanted the candy and the Carbos.
The bag is
still
full.
in Victory Road?
I just walked out.
So did I. And I'm in the league. The bike.
Oh.
I did the bike the whole time. I did the bike during unnecessary times this run.
Hey, see, you're learning. Alright, since I don't have Rock Slide, I might want to use all my rare candies now.
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
Newsflash, even with Rock Slide, still not one-shots.
Still does not one-shot Dugong?
No.
Dang.
No. Lorelei is exploiting my one and only weakness, me hitting myself.
That's a lot
I've
of
been hit by Confused Ray in
You're your own
Supersonic
worst
on
enemy.
both for Pokemon.
Come on, Feraligatr, get a crit.
Oh.
Oh, dude, I really wish I got... What is it? I really wish I got Slash.
I almost lost to Rival 5, except for Charizard went for Leer on the last turn. Whew.
Charizard is a real wild card on his team. He never uses predictable strategy.
Hey, Steve, I somehow won on the first try on Lorelei.
That's unfortunate for me.
I was just lucky that the Lapras just never wanted to use Blizzard, just because of the AI. Plus, my attack was lowered 2 times, and I was paralyzed. Can't remember how I got paralyzed. I think it was the Jinx's Body Slam. I think it gets body... No, it doesn't get Body Slam. Why was I paralyzed?
My move choice there was questionable. I used a little too many Rock Slides when I should have used Earthquakes.
Did I save?
So my review is that Body Slam's kind of not necessary if you're using Slash. Just because Rock Slide Dig is so good anyway that it doesn't matter so much.
I got a reset.
I got a reset on Agatha because I should have used an Elixir, but that was the only reason.
I got a reset on Lance because for some reason Supersonic hit me. I hit myself, obviously. And then on top of all of that, then the takedown crit.
Ouch.
Oh man.
Shouldn't that thing just be a one-shot with Surf or something? Hey, that was a lucky freeze.
Okay, I just did something very, very, very dumb. We are about to find out if I have to rewind or not.
Feraligatr is pretty much just crushing the league right now, despite my moveset not being the best.
Told you, Feraligatr is so strong.
Yeah, but I wouldn't consider this strong. I would consider this consistent. This thing is consistent.
Okay. I could agree with that.
But I don't think this thing is strong. So I think Swampert just felt so much better.
35-47.
Darn.
Whew.
How many resets?
2 resets.
2? I had 6. Did
I'm only at 1 so far.
Yeah, in the next run, I am definitely not going to delete Rock Slide this time. That was a dumb move.
Certainly was. All right, let's swap over to the 2 of them.
36-28.
Strength.
Yeah, just watch M Tiberius. I already finished.
Oh boy.
So yeah, in the next run, I'm going to teach Slash over Body Slam, and then I'll teach Earthquake over... I don't know.
Discord is spinning right now. That's not good.
Discord is what?
Spinning, like I'm disconnected.
I can still hear you.
Yeah,
that's the weird thing.
Ugh.
I mean, at the bottom it says connection problems. Let us know.
Weird.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Sometimes my OBS does that too for seemingly no reason, where stream is still fine.
Yeah, it's definitely lying to you. Name all the water fighting types up to Gen 9.
I mean, to be fair.
Okay, now he disconnected.
Now he's gone.
Okay, well, Discord came back.
Oh yeah.
So really, as long as you play, like, here's how OP water is. All right, Meryl, who is probably the worst water Pokemon in Gen 2 that I can think of off the top of my head, it
Corsola,
gets
Quillfish.
Belly Drum, and thanks to Belly Drum, it dominates Red.
Steve, if you're trying to say water is OP, you should list off water moves, not a normal type move.
I messed up the first question
also,
on.
Just saying, Quillfish gets double team. Just saying.
Quillfish gets Bubble Beam and Feraligatr doesn't?
Oh, no, double team.
Oh, double team.
Or minimize, one of the two.
I think it's minimize. So unfortunate that Water Tail doesn't exist as well as physical water moves. Technically, I know we're in the disassembly, I can change that, but the problem is it changes all moves of that type.
Yeah, you'd have to make a secondary, like, Water 2 type to make them split or something.
Technically, I looked inside of how the... I don't think that's possible, though, because I think all the types in the game are stored on a half a byte of data, so there's only room for 15 types.
I think what I'm gonna do differently next run is I'm gonna get rid of Surf and I'm gonna keep Slash.
Oh yeah?
I can't think of too many opportunities where Surf was useful other than Blaine, and quite frankly, I think I can just beat Blaine with Earthquake.
Yeah, Dig or Earthquake are fine. I just beat him right now with Dig, and it was completely easy.
You know, Steve, I think you're honestly right. Like, Surf really was not too useful, and it was just a waste of space. Like, I think
there are a few Pokemon where Slash would have been useful.
Slash definitely helped on Lorelei because her Slowbro just likes to set up with withdraws and stuff, and then that crits can help.
Blizzard would have helped with Pidgeot and Executor.
I would agree with Pidgeot, yes. The I don't think it would have one-shot the Executor.
Well, the Executor was like barely a 2-shot. Whereas with Earthquake, or I mean with Blizzard, it would have definitely been a 2-shot.
I was just gonna say, for me, I 100% 2-shot it, so it's like I don't know how Blizzard would have helped.
Mine actually did slightly less than half the first attack, but then the second attack knocked it out. Neither of them crit.
Huh.
Didn't you say you bought a calcium or got a calcium?
I bought Carbos and calcium. There's no calcium in Safari Zone.
The only calcium is 7th floor.
Is that the only one?
No, sorry, 7th floor and mansion.
Where is the mansion calcium?
You know how you immediately go up and then you hit a staircase?
Yeah.
Well, if you go to the right instead of going to the next staircase, there's a calcium.
Okay, yeah, I never used any calcium.
I get that calcium any run. I think I need calcium. Not this one, though.
It's usually a good idea.
Steve.
Oh yeah, calcium's one of the best. I mean, sorry, calcium is the best vitamin.
Yeah.
It depends on the Pokemon. Like, I get people
Two
say
stats
like
in one.
I get people saying like, oh, it's 2 stats in 1, but for some Pokemon, like, it's oftentimes way more important to get speed. Because what good is a higher special stat if you're going to be slightly slower than the Alakazam, like by 1 speed? Oftentimes a Carbos is the difference between winning and losing. While
Yes,
meanwhile,
I will agree with that. But also, sometimes a calcium is the difference between not being one shot and being one shot.
Yeah, Steve, how often...
By a hydro pump.
Yeah, but how often has it happened in a run where you get hit with a special move and live on 1 HP, and that was a run you used calciums in? How often does that happen?
Most of them because of Alakazam. Maybe not 1 HP, but Alakazam can always do a lot of damage.
I get calcium for fast Pokemon, Carbos for the slow ones. That's how I like to play.
I mean, I don't disagree with your advice. I'm just saying that if you were to get a vitamin and you were to use a vitamin on every single run, like you were to play every single Pokemon, it would benefit more Pokemon to use calcium.
I would agree, yeah.
But the ones that do need Carbos really need Carbos.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, what level did you beat the champion?
Oh, let's see. I won at 62.
I was 61. Huh. One level lower.
I got all the candies but 2.
The ones I did not get were Underground and Victory Road.
Yeah, I didn't get Underground or Victory Road. Yep.
Actually,
wait, as I'm getting Victory Road.
Wait, I actually skipped 3 candies. I did not get Boulder Candy.
What do you consider Underground? I consider Underground the Rocket Candy.
I do consider that the Rocket Candy.
Oh, like, Boulder is in the Strength Candy.
In the Warden's house, right?
Yeah, I call that the Boulder Candy.
Yeah,
I often skip that because most of the time after I beat Koga, like when I'm in Fuchsia, I just head on over there to get Strength. But most of the time I don't have the Lapras with me, so I skip the candy.
I made sure to follow my ritual this run and fly to Pallet and then fly to Fuchsia.
Go.
I like how you still have potions in your bag.
I know.
Whenever I get to
Vermilion, I was over safe in this one again, but that's what I typically do for first runs is I'm a little bit too safe.
The run. Steve and I have just finished our runs. We're waiting for Tiberius to finish his run.
Which is not far out at this point. Did you guys use your rare candies before Lorelei?
I did.
Yes.
It was also because I didn't have Rock Slide like an idiot.
If I don't have a badge boosting move, I will just use all of them before Lorelei every time.
I mean, there are some runs I like to experiment by going in minimum battles, but if you're a water type against Lorelei, I do not do that. I always use them before Lorelei if I'm a water type.
Water types have a big problem with Lorelei, so like it's the hardest matchup by far.
Honestly, Lorelei is like the one thing that nerfs water types in Gen 1.
Right.
Like, you can just
completely, turn 1.
You can completely crush like the first 8 gyms pretty easily, but even Erica with Ice Beam. But as soon as you get to Lorelei, things go bad.
Oh, Tiberius, if you've been hit by Growl, you should probably just use Slash.
Yeah, that's why I want to get
Good
Slash.
Point.
Actually, on the Cloister, I think Surf will do just as much as Rock Slide. Oh, right. Never mind. I'm stupid. I was like,
I'm going with Ice Beam.
I was like, I use Surf on him, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not using Surf.
She's using a lot of confusion. Come on.
There's also kind of Agatha. No. Agatha is a burden on almost
not
everything.
Quite enough. Dang.
I meant, like, Lorelei is a burden on water types specifically. Like, water types in this game, with the main exception of Blastoise.
Hold on.
I think Blastoise and Gyarados, they get, like, very little move coverage besides water, ice, and normal. What are they going to do on Lorelei?
You just reminded me. Gengar is also one of those fringe Pokemon with enough speed where a Carbos can sometimes make the difference of outspeeding or not, just like Dugtrio.
Yeah, just the first one.
Dugtrio doesn't make an impact, but Agatha does. I'm very curious if anybody wants to revisit the battle and see if how much we outsped by. But I definitely did outspeed, I'm pretty sure.
Hello, Mike. Hey, I'm loving this Steve M person the past couple streams. Very confident and sticks to his plan. He definitely sticks to plans, even if they're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on over to his stream and say hi.
There we go.
My stream is currently watching M. Tiberius' stream, so you won't be actually leaving anywhere.
I'll just go ahead and use elixirs too. I didn't use like any potions.
Okay.
Oh, by
I
the way,
bought
the
them
thing that
early, and then I never even
about,
touched them.
I forgot to elixir and save before the champion. I meant to click A, like, should I say it? I meant to go like up and A, and then instead I went B and up. So I just went right into the champion's room instead of moving in the inventory.
Oh, yeah, you're right, John. Lapras will do really good. So will Starmie, but that's because of Thunderbolt. Like, they're like the ones that get good coverage, but a majority of water types do not get good coverage.
I've done both Lapras and Starmie, and I can tell you there's only one real difference between the two.
Let me guess. Is it Stab Psychic?
No.
Is
like
it...
of the whole entire run, there's only one of them that makes the run feel any different than the other run.
That's going to be a tough one. Let's see. They're both in the slow group. One's Ice, one's Psychic. Is it... Alright, let's see. What's the difference?
Yeah, there we go.
It'll be super hard to guess.
Does it have to do with one trainer or one specific Pokemon?
It has to do with one Pokemon having one move, or one Pokemon being able to learn one move and one not able to learn one move.
Would that be... Let's see. Starmie
Just
gets
right
no
after
level
Surge.
Up. Wait a minute. Starmie's the one with Thunderbolt. Lapras doesn't get it.
Right after Surge. The one battle that makes them basically not the same Pokemon.
Oh, wait a minute. I know this. The Wrapping Lass.
Yes. Lapras gets Body Slam and Starmie doesn't get Body Slam, and it is the big difference maker on the run. The Wrapping Lass might be the hardest Pokemon at a Starmie run.
I remember watching Scott's Starmie run. That person was bad.
Yeah, it's real bad. I mean, you have to beat her with like Bubble Beam or something.
Yeah. Alright, it looks like Empty Beerus is going to finish at a similar level as Steve.
I think that you could probably cut some. I think the last two levels really don't matter for this fight.
Probably not.
Did you catch how much you outsped Agatha by?
Oh, I didn't check actually.
I'll look.
Yeah, neither did I.
I didn't even take a single point of damage, so I was like just breezing through it.
The first Gengar has 137. Empty Beerus had 157.
Oh yeah, so not even close.
You're saying it didn't matter.
Those Carboses? I think it only mattered for Sabrina. I often...
Yeah, and I got a last minute level up right before the Alakazam for Sabrina, so I outsped because of that level up. I wouldn't have if I was even one level lower.
I think I'm going pro team.
I also did Rival 5 and Koga all before her, so you really have to wait for... And Blaine. I did Blaine actually before her too. So you really have to wait last minute if you want the extra level, and then you have the guaranteed outspeed.
Yeah, with my poll, the over definitely won. I was 28 seconds on my over.
Oh, I was like 28 seconds over my over.
So did we both, like, I think we both slightly...
Oh, sorry, my under. My bad. I was 28 seconds over my under. My under was 35.
Oh. My under was 34, and I'm 2 minutes over that.
I figured something would be slightly hard, so I gave it a little bit more of a buffer.
I'm gonna go with the same over/under this time.
I will too, actually.
I'm gonna try to cut a lot out of the second one. See if I can get a sub 40. Because I was really safe on this one, which, I mean, only 2 resets though, so like that's good, but
yeah, really good.
I feel like I could cut out, like, I got rest, I didn't need to do that kind of thing.
So let's see. Oh yeah, when I was trying to make the Feraligatr backport yesterday, it took me like 12 tries to get a Feraligatr sprite that worked. I really wanted to do the silver version of his sprite because I think it looked way cooler, but the colors were so weird, and I kept getting errors that there were too many colors in the sprite, so I just had to use the crystal sprite. I was so upset. Dude, have you seen its silver sprite? It's the one where it's like dark green and it's like looking at you tauntingly. It's not just standing there. Yeah, I wanted to use that sprite, but I just couldn't use it. I would have to like trace over it one for one, but Feraligatr has so much detail in its sprite, it would have just been really hard for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna add the picture of Feraligatr here just by hand before we do the next one.
Because I'm gonna hit the restroom.
Quickest way to deal with it.
Steve, you gotta stop hitting rooms in your house. He's always threatening to hit his bathroom. I don't know why. What does it ever do to him? So, MT Beers, what do you think you're going to do differently?
I'm for sure going to not grab rest. I'm kind of still considering just skipping Body Slam again. I just don't think it had that much impact.
What are you going to use as your default damaging move?
I just used Rock Slide and Mega Punch, honestly. And it's a little bit riskier.
So you're saying you want to use lower PP, lower accuracy moves. Got it.
Basically, but you could skip that entirely because you get Slash.
Yeah, but that's like at level 42. That's kind of a long level away.
It is.
And you only have to fight.
It's still worth it, but
you only have to fight one Nidoran to get it. Like, yeah, it's like a 10-second fight, but think of all the fights where, like, think of all those fights where you might miss 1 or 2 Mega Punches. That'll easily be 10 seconds.
That's true.
Yeah.
Just most of the mid-game fights are using Dig and Ice Beam instead of Body Slam anyway.
Okay, Annie. They both have the same PP, but I think Mega Punch is 20, Body Slam's 15, but Body Slam has more power and it's more accurate. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I think that I just got genuinely lucky with Mega Punch for like the whole run because it didn't feel bad to use that run at all.
It felt.
But I feel like it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I had a really bad Rock Slide run.
Yeah, in this run, I'm gonna get Body Slam, teach Slash over it, and then I'll just never teach Surf.
Yep.
Alright, so just let me know when you
By the way, I caught your joke there right at the very end. That was a great one. I do say hit up all the time.
You always...
I think it derives from my, childhood. I grew up with people, saying that about the phone. Yeah, I'll hit you up on the phone. And it just stuck.
I know, I'm just a guy who likes those dumb jokes.
What's the combo to delete the save data, by the way?
Up select B.
Up select B. There we go.
I do B select up, but
it really does not matter, Steve.
I know it doesn't matter.
You just have to press them all.
Button combination I click instead of like all 3 at once. I don't do all 3 at once. I do B select up.
My controller, I can kind of do it easier because I have like the Xbox controller. I press up on the D-pad. I have select as my X button and B is my A button.
They don't really, in my brain, they don't really come all 3 at once. I just think of them in that order. Like the Konami code, like left, left, right, right, down. Or was it up, down, B, A?
No. I think it was up, down, left, right, B, A, start.
Okay. I had it slightly reversed, but I knew the general concept. I remember them in order because I grew up in the age where you actually had cheat code books.
Yeah. Oh man, I miss those.
I wondered,
that was the only thing I ever bought during the Scholastic Book Fair.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny? Like, I always wondered why game companies back then actually put cheat codes in their own game and released guides on how to do it. Because the Konami code had to be programmed in. Like, they wanted people to discover how to cheat.
Well, they cared about the experience for the user, and also it generated money because of the cheat code books.
They directly released the cheat code books?
Well, no. You buy a book full of cheat codes for 2006, and it would come out. It would have the cheat codes for every game that came out in 2006 for all of the consoles.
Oh yeah.
I think it was kind of like free advertising, right? Because like you could just have your game listed in a list of other games that kids were reading through, like front to back.
And you had to buy it every year. Like for instance, like let's say Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 came out 2004, and then like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Underground came out in 2006, and then you had to buy the book again in 2006.
I've never heard of a cheat book. The closest thing I've ever heard of is like sometimes the old Nintendo Power magazines might have like a tricks and tips section, but that's about it.
Well, I stopped buying the cheat code books when I started using the internet because there's a cool website called GameFAQs that basically just had the whole entire book in there.
I still use GameFAQs for the cheat codes.
Right.
Yep. All right, so let me know when you two are ready.
All right.
Let me just double check my text speed is all good to go, and then I am ready when you guys are.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, Steve, did you name yourself Speed this time?
Nope.
I'm gonna use guest just for. Oh, I use double guest. Oh well, that's good. Me and Rival are both guests.
The Rival is definitely guest. I agree.
Oh. I talked.
Also, I thought that the Feraligatr was gonna be.
I talked
in
to
the
wrong
Squirtle
Pokeball.
spot, but it was definitely in the.
I talked to the wrong Pokeball. I almost picked up the Squirtle, so that meant the Rival would have had Feraligatr.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Mike A just mentioned that he subbed to all three of us and that he has one up on the TV and one up on his phone. I could one up you on that. Back when when Among Us was a big thing, I would have 3 streamers and I would have all of my monitors on different streamers so I could kind of monitor them all at once.
Nice.
Did you set Feraligatr to be shiny? There are no shinies in Gen 1, so no.
Nope, he's gonna be blue no matter what.
Yep. Once Feraligatr goes blue, you can't go back. Although, when we start doing Crystal pretty soon, the opponent Pokemon will be shiny.
Nice.
We're not going to make our Backport shiny because I would have to, like, code in a custom color palette, and that'd just be a lot of work.
Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy.
You know how shiny Pokemon colors are determined in Gen 2? People often think it's like, oh, replace this color with that color, and that color with that color. Each individual Pokemon has their own shiny palette, and the sprites in the game, they're made out of black, white, and 2 colors. The shiny color palette just says, I want you to adjust these 2 colors by these red, green, and blue values. That's literally how it does it.
Interesting.
So I would have to take the vanilla sprite, and then I would have to figure out what I'd have to add to those colors to make them appear shiny, and I just think that's too much work.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
So our main backports will be regular, but the trainer Pokemon will be shiny. I did have it modded at one point that everything was shiny, including wild Pokemon, but it ended up breaking the backport because it would try to make our starter shiny. Even if I deleted its shiny palette, it would still try and make it shiny. So,
interesting.
Yeah, just the opponents.
Was that despite the DVs? Like, not set by the DVs, but like...
Yeah, actually, what my method for doing that, I actually found the shininess formula, and I would make a few edits to it to make it so Pokemon of any DV could be shiny.
Oh, cool.
But
I did something for the first time.
What'd you do?
I talked to the bald guy that's blocking the road.
Wait, what? What guy is that?
I didn't deliver the parcel, and I tried to get through.
Wait, we're 3 minutes in, and you never delivered the parcel?
Well, I was waiting for you guys to finish with what you were talking about.
Oh, you made it sound like that just happened, and I'm like, 3 minutes in and you haven't delivered the parcel.
Steve got lost on Route 1.
Yeah.
I just I thought I had delivered the parcel already.
You know what? If it wasn't for the fact that that guy is optional in red and blue, and that we skip the text anyway, I could change the text to be like, now that I've recovered from my hangover, let me show you how to catch something. That'd be funny. But no one would notice anyway, so why bother?
Well, the text is so fast, nobody could notice.
Speed got drunk with the drunk guy. Hey, come on, I'm not that low.
Hello, Paris.
All right, got the Pidgey.
I only found shinies. Oh god damn! I only found shinies in Crystal to max out their stats. One shiny is in about 4 hours of. Wait, you find a shiny every 4 hours? What kind of god luck do you have? I don't believe you.
Well,
unless you modded
can't you increase your shiny odds by a significant margin in some games?
Gen 2 didn't have any of those, although I remember learning
I didn't know.
In Gen 2, if one of the parents is a shiny when breeding, it increases the shiny odds to 1 in 64 because of a whole DV thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Because the Pokemon will often pass down their DVs.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I think it's been a thing with
set
Pokemon
that to work that way in
breeding
Gen 2?
I know a lot of games that have Pokemon breeding. I remember reading in a guidebook, because I had guidebooks for like 3 different games on the DS and 3DS. It mentioned like if one of the parents had like perfect stats, there was an increased chance it'll pass down that stat.
I was too poor for guidebooks. They also didn't have them at the Scholastic Book Fair.
Haven't you heard of a thing called Christmas time?
Walked into
my parents generally, they got me individual games, not really the books.
And I guess your parents didn't want you to try and read. Okay, that was a good
They desperately tried. There was a thing in 8th grade where you had to read 80 minutes every single week. I don't know if you had to do that. But
sorta, maybe.
My parents got me this whole book series called Animorphs.
Oh, I've heard of those.
Oh, yeah.
I have heard of those.
I couldn't stand reading them.
I've only seen the covers of them. I never once picked up the book and read it.
Yeah, well, really? I mean, I read them, a little bit off and on. I do remember one guy getting stuck as an animal. I was like, man, that's a bummer. But the whole point was I didn't read 80 minutes. What I would do was I would make sure to, like, you could start reading at any time, but always make sure you finish reading with a time that ended with a 1 or with a like a something in the 10 slot, so that way you can change it to a 4 real easily after it's signed. So you could juice your reading time by an extra 30 minutes.
No, not every 4 hours. I played 4 hours a day, and eventually in my grinding, I found 1 shiny for the whole week. Okay, that makes more sense. So if you're grinding for like 4 hours a day for a week, that's probably like 8,000 encounters.
I didn't get a Paris yet, and I'm trying to do a little bit of extra walking at the end of the tunnel.
You know what's funny?
And nothing.
I haven't encountered a wild shiny in like a really long time. I meant like in these videos or streams. Like, I've only had one video where I found a shiny while filming. It's never happened again. And that was like 2 years ago.
That's never happened to me.
Dude, you play with opponents having shinies. You don't count.
Well, the wild Pokemon are still shiny. Well, hold on a second. The opponents will never have a shiny Pokemon. They're literally guaranteed not to.
I meant with how you play Crystal.
Yeah, they're guaranteed. Like, the trainers are guaranteed not to, because they're pre-programmed to have certain DVs. So the way I play is no different than anybody else.
You have to edit their DVs to make them shiny. You made some fights easier by doing that.
Okay, yeah. but my point was you're talking about shiny encounters, and shiny encounters are not being changed whatsoever.
Oh, that makes more sense. Actually, you know something that's funny? I was playing Scarlet and Violet, like I think it was like several months back. I was in the part 1 of the DLC. I was just wandering around trying to catch some Pokemon, and then I found a Poochyena. It was oddly colored, so it was a shiny, and I'm like, oh man, why couldn't this been on a video so I could edit it into something and make a short out of it? Like, I was kind of upset it happened to be personally. I wanted it to be, like, on camera so other people could see it. Like, those are the best shiny
genuinely only
encounters.
ever noticed one shiny, and back then I actually thought it was a glitch, so I tried to kill it as quickly as possible and get it off the screen.
Yeah, Game Freak was not really good at promoting what shinies were. I'm sure
I saw a green Zubat, and I was like, oh no, I fucked up the game. Let's get out of here.
Do you remember that Zubat?
I was so young.
Do you remember
I'm
the
sure
Zubat?
I probably saw many others, but that one was obviously noticeable because it was a completely different color.
Oh. I'm going to take some advice out of Steve's playbook. I am teaching Feraligatr Dig.
Yeah, I did that last time too, and it genuinely was super helpful.
Oh, Steve, when you
Well, I
were
guess
in
I didn't have body slams, so take that with a grain of salt.
When you were in the bathroom, Steve, you know what MTBurius was considering for this run? He was considering skipping Body Slam and just using Mega Punch and Rock Slide until Slash.
That is bold.
We gotta shame
I
him.
actually had no problems missing it last time, which was surprising.
Dude, your luck reserves are gonna run out.
I just need something for cut, though. I didn't get a Paris, and now I am not finding an Oddish or anything.
Note for the future. This is in blue version. If you didn't get a Paris, the grass to the left of Cerulean has a 30% Sandshrew. And Sandshrew gets
has a
dig.
30% Sandshrew? Oh,
Yeah.
that's probably better than what I did. But I got a Bellsprout on Route 25, so that works.
Yeah, it gets dig too, so you don't need to catch like a Diglett or something.
Yeah, because I was gonna use dig on Feraligatr as well, so I was like, I just need something for cut, and I was like, Route 25. They have grass Pokemon.
Charmeleon survived Water Gun.
My very first shiny was Quagsire in the Safari Zone, and it ran away. Ouch.
Philip said his first Safari was a Poochyena.
My first shiny was a Zigzagoon in Omega Ruby. I just randomly found it. I was really young. It might have been like 2016 or something I found it.
Well, that was interesting.
Oh, god damn it. I do this every time.
Besides the missing a Paris, this run is much better than the last one. At least
that
in
Paris
how it
is gonna
feels
bite
here.
you in the butt. Did you get a Spearow?
I got a Pidgey.
Well, then you can't trade, so you're gonna have to go catch something.
Well, I was lucky the Raichu used Thundershock instead of Thunderbolt, because I did not heal.
Ooh. God, why you gotta get lucky twice? Mine used Thunderbolt both times. Difference was the second time he didn't crit, and therefore it was not a one-shot.
Actually, I remember one time a long time ago, I was playing I think it was Leaf Green version. I was in the Safari Zone. I was playing on like a home console that let me play the game on the TV, but it wasn't the GameCube thing. It had the ability to like make save states and stuff. I found a shiny Venomoth. I tried to catch it, it ran away, and that was before I learned the ability of save states. So I'm like, oh no, I could have save stated it and have a legit shiny. I was so upset.
Do shiny hunters consider save stating as a legit shiny?
As long as Pokemon Home recognizes it as legit, I'm fine with it. And besides, it was on a home console.
I had the GameCube thing that you mentioned. Still do.
It wasn't the GameCube thing. It was one of those Retron consoles.
Yeah, I'm saying I had the GameCube one.
Do you still have the disc?
That's ironic. Someone brought this topic up a long time ago, and they asked me the exact same question. Turns out the disc is a lot more valuable than the actual console itself.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have no idea where the whereabouts of it is.
Yeah.
It's in my parents' basement at somewhere. On the bright side, it will probably be a very good condition disc because unlike a lot of kids, I actually kept the games in their boxes.
Same here, actually.
I sorted
instead of like putting them on shelves or putting them in other boxes, or God forbid, I've seen kids put multiple discs in one box.
Oh.
I've seen that.
Did that trigger you as a young kid?
Oh yeah. My discs were in pristine condition.
I will say as a kid, I was not too good at that, but I've learned my ways.
I had a friend growing up that he had, I think it was a copy of Melee for the GameCube. And they had a younger sibling that decided to take it downstairs to the cement floor and just destroy it. And to this day, he still holds it against his sibling. Like, I would have still had a copy of Melee if it weren't for you.
That was completely warranted.
Right?
The anger was warranted.
Woo! I was going too fast because I forgot about String Shot. I almost taught it over Body Slam.
Do you have Rewind enabled?
I haven't done it yet because I haven't thought about it since last time, and that would have been unfortunate.
I'm just saying, it's not that hard to set up. It's just like a few clicks. And it's
Yeah,
just
I should
there
do it.
for an emergency.
Yeah,
like,
I just need to...
Yeah, like, I used it in the last run because I accidentally taught Earthquake over Rocks, or I accidentally taught Surf over Rock Slide, so I had to take that back. Hey, Steve.
Uh-huh.
I picked up Mega Punch for Nugget Bridge. I'm at Celadon, like, getting Fly. I just realized I never once taught the move.
Wow.
Honestly, I don't think it mattered.
Wow.
Bite was doing just
what
enough
have you been
damage.
using? Scratch?
Bite. I was spamming Rock Slide until level 25 where I got Bite, and then I just used that. I completely forgot I had Mega Punch.
Oh, John, you gotta make sure you know where all of your key bindings are.
Yep.
That's actually where I stopped watching your run, is when you murdered your time.
What, is he talking about that rando?
Yeah, he played a rando the other day, and something like 3/4 of the way through the rando, his timer reset because of a certain button click. I didn't know what it was at the time. And at that point, I was like, well, I don't know who's going to win. Because Game Dev also admitted that he didn't keep track of his time either. So neither one of them knew who was going to win, so I just gave up.
The only games I don't keep in their boxes are my cartridge games for Switch and DS. I do keep them in... I keep both of those in their case. I do have a Switch carrying case. I only put in there what I'm going to use. And that's pretty much it.
So,
my most commonly used games are in that case.
The weird thing about that is they didn't always give you a case if you bought... I mean, GameStop obviously did, but like if you bought it from, like, let's say a flea market or something, they didn't always give you a case for your games.
Yeah,
So
that.
I do, in fact, have one game case that has like 5 DS games in it.
That's understandable. Actually, you know something we had to do? We had to get really creative with how we put some of our games in cases. We would have like games that we no longer had, but we still kept the cases as a backup. So we would just like write on Sharpie what was in the case, and then that was just that. Like,
Yeah,
I still
sometimes
have some,
GameStop didn't have the actual cases for the games, and they just gave you blank cases. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we would like
almost
tear
the
off
same thing.
We used to tear off like the GameStop paper that was on it and just keep it as a blank case.
I like keeping the GameStop paper. It reminds me of how much I spent.
don't have a shelf for him. It's not like I share my Switch. I mean, I get it, but I've got plenty of Switch games, and most of them I don't even play. I really should be.
Yeah.
Alright, since I have Dig, I'm gonna go straight to Koga. Yeah, teaching Dig first does help save a trip to Sylph.
I was wondering how you got so far ahead of me, and then I just realized you probably did not do Erica.
I am not even gonna try it.
I beat her.
Yeah, I'm not. She probably did not use that sleep move.
She didn't, but I got hit by 2 grass moves. Some may say it might have been a little devastating.
These Sandslash Arbok trainers in Koga's gym are so good for training. The Arboks are one-shot with Dig, and the Sandslashes are a one-shot. And they give like 1,200 each. Razor Leaf moment.
One shot with what move? Dig?
Yeah. Dig on the Arbok and Ice Beam for the Sandslash.
Makes sense.
Hey, I found my one weakness. Hitting myself.
You're so powerful, you're the only one that can take yourself out.
Yep.
Dang it, I did it again.
I had to reset because the drowsy Hypno guy ended up confusing me, and from nearly full health I died.
Wow.
Alright, what do you guys think? Is this thing gonna blow up while I'm underground? Really? Poison? Slash.
Oh, come on. 10% chance of confusion and...
He did not. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Dick did not one-shot it, and it exploded while I was not underground.
Oh, man.
Makes sense.
And I did not save before Koga, so I have to fight this guy again.
Very typical outcome.
Dude, that sucks.
Oh, wow. That was the great equalizer, because I actually forgot to get the floor store, and I had to walk all the way back to the Pokemon Center, which is equivalent to you just resetting and having to do them again. The great equalizer.
Yeah.
Annie mistyped the word dig, so it kind of spells a different word. I'll give you a hint. It's an extra letter.
Pogo is really prepared if I Gen 1 missed, because he X-attacked twice while I was underground.
You know, on the second attempt, he never once damaged me, by the way. Just wanted to let you know that. Alright. Wait, no. Hey, Steve, I flew to Pallet, then I flew to Celadon. I was gonna do
make that a normal thing.
I was gonna do what I did in the last run and do Koga then Blaine, but that was with me teaching Surf to Feraligatr, so I can't do that. I might actually follow your advice, Steve. I'm gonna skip the 10th floor entirely, because I don't want to get Earthquake, and I don't think that extra rare candy mattered.
Dang it, I actually just did the same thing.
You also skipped it?
Yeah.
So you're upset because I figured that out too.
Yes.
Well, Annie, you should have known what I meant. That's on you. Alright, Rival 5. I'm really hoping Slash one-shots the Execute.
That was the worst battle
doesn't.
of Rival 5 I've had in a while. I could have easily have one-shot that Alakazam with any of my 5 damaging moves I used on it, but unfortunately, I missed every one of them.
Dude, why does the Execute just keeps using a turn 1 Stun Spore? And it Leech Seeds me right away.
Yeah, well, I get turn 1 Sand Attack to both games so far.
Alright. At least it didn't paralyze me. It just used Leech Seed. I'm fine with that.
You didn't get Sand Attacked on any of your attempts?
In the last run, yes. This one, no.
I would consider that some pretty solid luck.
Yeah, it's because I know it's because Stun Spore is a grass move, but it also has Leech Seed, so it could have used a Leech Seed instead. Like, a Leech Seed I can deal with, but not a Stun Spore. Dude.
Okay, well, that was on me. Everyone knows Kangaskhan is basically weak to Ice Beam.
I think you might be slightly ahead of me because I have Koga's badge, not Erica's, and I'm right now just beating Giovanni. You're probably slightly ahead of me just because of Erica.
I have Erica's badge.
Yeah, I don't yet.
I'm at Rival 5 right now, but I haven't done Erica or Koga.
Oh, I've already... Oh, we just beat him. Yeah, you're like right there with us.
I think I had to pause and fix the DVs again because it was being at the top. So I don't know if I'm at the same clock time as you guys, but I'm curious where I'm sitting comparatively. I got paralyzed at Rival 5 though. Dang it.
Wow, that really helped.
The Venomoth stun spored me.
You know how many times I've
Psywave just did 0 damage. Psywave did 0 damage. I won the lottery.
Don't worry, I flew to pallet.
So did I, but this time I meant it.
Nice. I don't care if you skip this. I mean, it's literally right on the way. Worth it.
It's okay. I just tried to strength the water.
I do that every time. Don't worry about it.
Well, I like having strength above surf because it makes Victory Road easier.
I do too.
Where are my Carboses? I wonder if Steve's gonna get that.
Carbos? No.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Someone in my chat right before I fainted to Rival 5 said, wow, no reset so far. And then I immediately went down to Rival 5.
That is what you call a jinx. You need to remove them. They're bad juju.
Oh, I haven't been to... I was going to try to fight a fuchsia. I have actually not been down there yet. Got my brain in the last playthrough still.
Did you guys know TM28 is not Tombstoner?
Okay, you're slightly ahead. Did you still skip Erica?
I'm going to her right now.
Not if you're doing Tombstoner.
True.
Ah.
How dare you
I
try
talked to a
and
random
me.
biker because I wasn't paying attention on the bike route. Luckily, it only has one Pokemon. Dang it.
It's Tombstone E. I have no idea why the remakes changed that. I won't forgive them for that. Like, they're my favorite remakes, but you should not have changed Tombstoner.
Yeah, that's classic. You gotta leave Tombstoner Bro alone.
I mean, they also changed the pervy guy in front of Erica's gym.
I think he's still there in the remix.
Yeah, but he says they're full of like powerful women.
Yeah, he
instead
changed
of like
from beautiful women to strong women.
Yeah.
He still looks through the window.
We all still know that he's still the same guy, obviously.
Yeah, he's just trying to not get caught.
He's more sneaky now.
Oh, you still survived that, huh? That's interesting.
I'm surprised that Nidoqueen survived the blizzard.
Oh, the Nidoqueen also survived my blizzard too. Oh, I don't like how we're in the same place.
Oh, wait. I should do Koga now.
I think the trainers are all still in, so it's strong one, but it says strong trainers. Oh, that's what he says? Yeah, but we all know what he's doing. Why else is he looking through the window? He's just making stuff up on the spot.
Oh, with Blizzard, Pidgeot still survives?
Wow. I was surprised, actually. It was like 1 HP for me.
Oh, it was a lot more
I've
than
just
that for
kept
me.
Ice Beam, and I haven't even thought about using Blizzard just for accuracy, but...
I just needed the extra damage more than anything.
That's fair.
At least the execute was a one-shot. Yeah, Annie, we all know that.
Koga is so easy with Dig in red and blue. That's wild.
You just gotta hope he doesn't use self-destruct while you're above ground. He likes to do that.
Yeah. That's really the only thing to worry about there. I put him off last time because I was like still thinking of yellow. Like I don't want to deal with that yet, but I forgot he's just bad here.
Dude. He's pretty bad. I wouldn't say he's super bad.
What can be bad is if his muck lives and uses sludge in your poison, so it makes Dig slowly kill you.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to go ahead and do Erica now before Blaine, just because I don't think it's going to be a problem, and I don't really need the special boost, I don't think, for it.
Makes sense. Alright, just left Victory Road.
Oh, crap. You are way ahead of me somehow.
I'm telling you, it's the bike.
I am using the bike the whole time.
Here's the difference. I'm actually good at it.
Don't feel bad, Steve. I use the bike, and he still beats me by a long shot, too. He's just got some sort of weird magic going on over there.
Years of practice. Not kidding, it's literally years of practice.
Yeah, I believe it. I can tell that in your gameplay, watching it, like your decision making is a little snappier than mine, and I'm just probably leaking a few seconds on a lot of decisions.
Over at your stream. I rare candy before the league, or before the tunnel. That was the difference.
Oh. I'm guessing you just caught up and we're balanced out now.
I didn't want to I didn't want the have any issues.
Makes
with
sense. Encounters
like an Onyx.
Yeah, that makes sense. Dude, I'm just straight up say Slash makes Lorelei almost 100% consistent.
Yeah, Slash is... I'm not used to the Dugong using Growl. In that case, Slash is really useful, but like I was banking on Rock Slide just being the key to her battle.
Yeah. Okay, Bruno's still bad. I was in red health. His Machamp had 3 chances to knock me out, and he didn't take any of them. He just used Focus Energy and 2x defense.
Classic.
It is a classic. Also, I'm gonna outspeed the final Gengar by 3.
Is there any gym leader that uses items that are actually beneficial in any way?
Besides Brock's full heals, so you can't just use poison tactics.
Yeah, he's basically the only one, right?
Misty's X defense tend to be a troll if using physical attackers.
That's true.
I just did the first 4 or 3 elite members without saving, without healing, without PP upping, just to try and catch up to speed.
I'm gonna say this, Steve. I have missed no blizzards this run. Not a single blizzard.
I've already told you Blizzard's awesome.
Can you imagine if I
don't know what it takes for you to finally believe me.
If it does this 3 runs in a row, not a single miss, then I'll believe it. Honestly, yeah, Misty's X defend tends to be the most trolly.
Okay, well, I gotta reset because of a Blizzard miss.
Here's the question. Am I going to get that clutch level up right before the Alakazam again? Okay. I am. Perfect.
I missed my...
Same route.
All right,
Worked
Steve,
out perfect.
I missed my first Blizzard on the ride-on. Oh, no.
Congratulations.
The Executor put me to sleep. No, no. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Oh, thank you. Oh, God. 3342.
Dang.
Yeah, I had a reset on Lance because of a Blizzard miss and a Hyper Beam crit.
I actually got crit from Hyper Beam too, but I was barely able to squeech by. Whew. Got my under.
So how many resets did you have at the end, Speed?
3.
Not bad at all,
I have
honestly.
2 right now.
One was on a random trainer in Koga's gym. One was because what were the other 2? Oh yeah, one of them was on Rival 5.
34-21.
Dang. You know what's funny? My over-under was like probably the most perfect one. I should not have done it. I'm 18 seconds on my under. Like, I think that might have been like too optimistic of an over-under.
I think you had a pretty perfect run. Like you kind of set your over-under at like the most optimistic time possible.
Yeah.
On the bright side, my chat was right.
I'm just saying, like, I'm really good at the bike. Like, you know, Scott has actually said this. The reason he started using the bike in yellow was because of my Porygon run. He says it in his videos a lot. He said it in one of them about like 2 years ago, and I still remember that. I think that was like the first time before that race he acknowledged my name publicly, so that's how I remember it.
That's cool.
Oh boy, let's go check in on MT Burius.
Oh, he's definitely getting that under 40.
Yeah, I'm sweating over here because I'm like, I need everything to work out well. I want it under 40. I want it.
Yeah, I'm Tiberius. Slash just made Lorelei so easy. She can't do much damage to you, and Slash is just so consistent.
Very nice.
You're way too sleepy. Gotta go. Excellent job with the Gator. I'm surprised. Have a nice day. Well, thank you. Thanks for stopping by, Anderson.
I found Blizzard completely and utterly unnecessary. Every damage round that I wanted did not work. I don't know what to say about that. Every Pidgeot was still a 2-shot. The Executor was still a 2-shot. Okay,
I'll let you finish.
The Lance, they were 1-shots regardless. Like, nothing I did improved. The only difference I had was less PP.
Honestly,
yeah, that's what I was worried about.
I will say Blizzard did help me with one notable foe. In the last run, Rival 6's executes kept living hits and stun sporing me, but this time it was a 1-shot on the Rival 6, so Blizzard did help me.
I never had a problem with execute in either run.
You might have been a slightly higher level, or maybe you used a Carbos or Calcium. Did you use Calcium this run?
I used Protein this run, which I also don't think made a difference.
Yeah, I did it again. I don't know how much of a difference it really makes. I just know that I'm primarily using physical moves, so I went for it. I might be stopping and picking up still more vitamins than you guys.
I'm pretty sure that if I were to make another change this run, I would not pick up Carbos or Protein. I'm pretty sure Calcium plus Blizzard was the right move because everything was so close to dying with Blizzard. The Calcium probably would have been the difference.
Was that a turn frame encounter on a Zubat?
Yep.
Don't you hate in this game that there are turn frame encounters?
Yeah, I feel like they're probably useful for weird, like,
it's only ever useful in
runs
Safari
or something.
Zone. Just Safari Zone.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I only ever use that in the Safari Zone.
Yeah, I did too.
Restore. Where's my elixirs? Are there? Boom. I still have 3 potions.
Oh, to answer your question, I didn't pick up a single vitamin the whole run. I only bought 3.
I still got the Carbos in Mansion and Safari Zone. I grabbed the Protein in Safari Zone, and I think that was it. Plus, I bought.
Yeah, I didn't grab any. I knew we were a beast.
I would not consider this a beast.
Anything sub 34 for you is definitely a beast.
I'm just gonna straight up say, sub 34 is top 10. A beast would be top 5.
Yet you keep trying to put it down in its top 10.
I have to
against
criticize.
legendaries.
Hey,
quit putting Feraligatr down. Just accept that it's so much better than you thought.
Let me look at the time. 30.
It's genuinely pretty good. Oh no, not the paralysis and confusion. Knock it off, Lapras.
So balanced.
Yeah, balance doesn't mean
powerful.
Fast. It doesn't mean fast.
Balanced, powerful. It's got a little bit of everything you want. It's just fast enough to outspeed everything. Actually, if there's any Pokemon I'd say it's right on the verge of outspeeding everything without Carbos, it's Feraligatr. Like, I should take note of what Feraligatr's speed is and set that as my new bar. My old bar was 90.
What is its speed? Like,
let me see.
85 or something? Or is it actually 90?
I'm going to go ahead and add this to my leaderboard.
78.
See where it goes.
78? Wow.
Yeah, I think the new bar for outspeeding everything in the game is 80. Which means my old bar was really close.
I used Dig on Golbat like a dummy.
All right. It's okay. Speed does it a lot. Level 60.
So,
hey, Steve, what level were you?
Tiberius ran into the same problem I had. I dug on the first Gengar, and then he swapped into Golbat. And then the Golbat used Haze, and I'm like, great. Now I'm not going to outspeed the Gengars.
Yep.
That's funny. All right, what was my game time? 207.
Okay. We're good there. Okay. Not quite under a sub 40, but still better than last time.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Steve, I just ranked this. I'm going to let my cat see this one. So yeah, Feraligatr barely squeezed in top 10. If I was 4 seconds slower, this would not have been top 10.
Out of?
10 out of 32.
So you're saying it is really, really good?
No.
Why don't you start bringing up the Pokemon it beat?
Okay, let's see who it beat. Blaziken, Meganium, Kartana, Pheromosa, Celebi, Deoxys, Swampert. It did better than Swampert, I'll say. That is the
better
part
than
that surprised
Swampert?
me. For me,
that is shocking.
Actually, my Swampert time was 34:56, so it was 1 minute and 10 seconds slower. And that was with one less reset. I think it was because for Feraligatr, we started with Rock Slide for the egg move. I don't think Swampert had a good egg move. I don't remember.
Oh, that would make a big difference. Because the Rock Slide was really important to this run, I think.
Yeah, and Pokemon like Meganium also had to start with, like, Swords Dance.
Let me look at Swampert's moves.
Quite frankly, I knew this Pokemon was going to get a great time. Any Pokemon you do not have to rely on setup moves, but can still one-shot sweep basically the whole game, I knew was going to get, like, a top 10 time. I knew no matter what happened, speed was going to be wrong.
Top 10? Dude, it was 4 seconds from not getting the top 10, and it just barely squeaked it out. That's not a sign of a good Pokemon.
But the thing is, any Pokemon that does not need setup moves, but still powerful enough to sweep the game, is going to beat any Pokemon that needs to rely on Swords Dance.
I agree with you to an extent.
My hand cramped at the end there. Under a sub 42 at least.
I agree to an extent, but a whole bunch of Pokemon in the top 10 did have setup moves. Actually, wait, who did? Skeledirge had Amnesia. Delphox did not have any. I think Dialga got Swords Dance by TM. I don't remember.
But pretty much that's the requirement to get top 10 is basically you have to sweep the whole game without any setup at all.
Yeah, it's just Steve. I just don't consider sub 34 good. What I consider good is sub 32. Sub 30.
Your standard is way too high.
I think I'm just saying I've gotten 6 runs that are 32, and they're the top 6. I'm just
out
saying.
Of 32. He's talking about 6 runs out of 32.
Steve, you gotta remember a lot of these other runs.
That's his quote unquote good. Not great Pokemon. Good. 6 out of 32. Absolutely bonkers.
No. Sub 32 is what I consider excellent. 32 to 34 I consider good. Anything from 35 to 40 is bad but okay. Anything over 40 is
You guys
terrible.
just heard it here. Deoxys, bad Pokemon.
My Deoxys time was 34:53, so I consider it just okay. Because,
Exactly.
Steve,
you guys just heard it here. So many good Pokemon like Blaziken and whatever, just okay.
Steve, do you remember how low this thing's defense was? We were getting one shot by physical walls.
Guys, Blaziken, just okay.
Hey, I'm just saying.
All right, thank you guys very much for joining in on today's stream. I appreciate it very much. I will see you guys again on, I believe, Thursday. Have a nice night. Bye.
All right, everyone, you've all heard interesting opinions from Steve, but I'm gonna go now. The next stream is going to be, I believe it's going to be tomorrow. I'm doing Fire Red with Mega Pinsir. I'm not doing a redo for Tuesday stream because I'm behind on those runs. So yeah, Mega Pinsir.